Hey everyone, it's Tesla Tom here from Ludicrous Feed. Thank you so much for joining us. So we've got two Model Ys here side by side here on the Chatswood Westfield rooftop car park at twilight. You can't get a better shot than that, right? Beautiful sunset here with the solar panels at the back. But as you can see on the left hand side, we've got our blue rear-wheel drive Tesla Model Y. And on the right, we've got a special guest, a white long-range all-wheel drive owned by Anthony. Hey, thanks for joining us.
No problems. Thank you, Tom.
I want to say congratulations too for taking delivery of this long-range all-wheel drive.
Thank you. Yeah, it's been a long time coming.
Yeah, cool. When did you order, can I ask?
Ordered back in December 22, but I originally ordered a rear-wheel drive. And then as soon as the long range became available in April, I took the opportunity to upgrade.
Yeah, cool. Can I ask why you upgraded to a long range?
It's actually what I wanted all along. It just purely because it wasn't available at the time. I chose the rear-wheel drive, but yeah, I wanted all-wheel drive. I wanted the longer range,
yep.
Especially for road trips and such. So long range it is.
Fantastic. And obviously the extra motor as well, right?
Yes, yeah. No, I test drove a rear-wheel drive last year and took it on a road trip. It was a great car, but I did personally find that sort of compared to a performance where you have sort of that 0 to 60 very quick and very linear acceleration, the rear-wheel drive was just lacking that 0 to 30.
Okay, so we'll go for a drive with Anthony later on to test out the suspension. So Anthony, I've noticed that both cars have actually the ultrasonic sensors.
Yes, ultrasonic sensors still available.
Yep.
For how much longer, we don't know.
Yep. Yes, that's right. So I think most, in fact, all cars in Australia are still delivered with the ultrasonic sensors, which are these things here. I'll just walk a bit closer. So if you see a little round dot like that next to your plate, and on this side too, and around the sides of the car like that, then you've got the ultrasonic sensors for now. So as Anthony said, we shall see how long they actually get delivered with these sensors. I've noticed you've got 19-inch wheels.
Yes, I've got the 19-inch. It's all that could come under the luxury car tax of 22 to 23.
Yep.
But yeah, so that's what we went with, and it works very well with the comfort suspension.
Okay, so you can see that Anthony's white long-range Model Y has got the fog lights, whereas the rear-wheel drive doesn't. So that's another difference between rear-wheel drive and long-range. The long-range car comes with fog lights. I'll just pan around to the other side too. Okay, so now we're looking at from the back, and really the only difference between the long range and rear-wheel drive is the badging. So you can see on my rear-wheel drive here, no badging, right? All clear, just the blue panel. But then if we pan across here to Anthony's long range, that dual motor badging is what differentiates it as an all-wheel drive long range Tesla Model Y. And Anthony, did your delivery come with a universal mobile connector?
No UMC included, but I did purchase one.
All right, so just checking out Anthony's screen here. So we've got 73% steady charge and 383 kilometers. And we did see when we were plugged in earlier, just over there at the charging station, that we were seeing a limit of 523 kilometers when charged to 100%. So interestingly, the rear-wheel drive next to us here, which is ours, it shows 100% at 434. So we're looking at probably 90 kilometers of projected range by Tesla for the long-range Tesla Model Y. So there you go. And the long-range and performance vehicles have the NCA battery chemistry, as opposed to rear-wheel drive, which is the LFP battery chemistry. And you can tell the difference by going to software and additional vehicle information. And you'll see that in the rear-wheel drive vehicle, the high voltage battery type is specified as lithium iron phosphate, as opposed to the long-range vehicle where the high voltage battery type is not specified. There you go, long-range dual motor Model Y. And just panning around the second row and around the cabin, looks pretty similar to the rear-wheel drive and performance vehicles, glass roof. So all in all, pretty similar in terms of the physical features. Of course, differences are within the acceleration and the range, and obviously the extra motor with the long range dual motor. All right, so Anthony's kindly allowed me to drive his car, his 1-week-old car, so thank you, Anthony, for that privilege. We're just going to go for a quick drive around the car park, so we can't test the acceleration, unfortunately, but we can test the suspension a bit because there are a few bumps, and just a general feel of the long range, so here we go. Easy as you like for Teslas, just down, shift on the right, put on the brake, and then accelerate away. Very, very simple. So, you know, as you'd expect with a Tesla, very smooth, very easy, super comfortable. Can't complain. Let's go through a few bumps, eh? Test that suspension. Beautiful. Obviously we're not going too high speed, but it doesn't feel too much different from the Model Y rear-wheel drive at this stage in terms of suspension. Not that, you know, there's any problem with the rear-wheel drive. It's a great ride as well. Let's go left. A few bumps there. Still super smooth. How have you found the ride quality so far, Anthony?
Well, compared to my old car, it's a little bit more sporty, but I did drive a rear-wheel drive from 2022, and I have to say the difference is rather profound. So it is a really smooth ride as far as Teslas go, in my opinion.
Have you, I mean, you've just driven the rear-wheel drive, you said?
Yes.
Could you find any differences, or not really?
Look, compared to the 2022, this one does have the double pane glasses, sorry, front windows, so it is more quiet in my opinion. At the same time, yeah, it is such a similar vehicle, it's not funny. You know, the low profile tyres on the other vehicles do sort of impact the ride. This one with the 19s, you do have more of a cushy ride, and we are at 42 psi, so still as recommended.
Yep, absolutely. Yeah, look, I've got to say, you know, having inspected the car now and inspected so many Teslas, the build quality is just phenomenal. I'm sure you'll agree, Anthony. It's just amazing, right? It's very consistent these days.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, I was paranoid coming for pickup after seeing sort of lots of videos online about build quality, and I literally left the service centre going, I couldn't find anything that I would not be happy with, minus one small boot rattle, which is on a very specific occasion, but that's already booked in at a service centre.
Yeah. Look, I think a lot of the concerns about build quality are probably originating from older videos and older content, maybe from previous builds, but certainly the stuff coming out of the Shanghai Gigafactory is amazing. They're all very consistent in their quality, so hats off to Tesla for really improving that over the years. Alright, well, as we cycle back to the car, yeah, so thank you, Anthony, again for letting me drive this car. It's a phenomenal vehicle.
Thank you very much, Tom.
Pleasure. A few more bumps for you guys just to assess the suspension with us. Of course, with suspension there's no real metric I can tell you apart from just trusting my description, but you know, we're pretty happy. Alright everyone, that's it from me and Anthony. Thank you once again, Anthony, for the pleasure of you know, driving your Model Y around.
Thanks, Tom.
And we should say too that this car, Anthony's car, is still a hardware 3, and probably one of the last hardware 3s we'll see in Australia. Hoping for, I guess, deliveries of hardware 4 maybe later this year or next year in 2024, we shall see. Anyway, that's it from me, Tesla Tom, for Ludicrous Feed. You've been watching me and Anthony review the rear-wheel drive against his new long-range all-wheel drive, and congratulations again on delivery of your new car.
Thanks again.
Until the next time, stay safe, and as always, happy charging.